Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. This is Professor Saed again. Today I want to address a slightly more serious subject. You'll see many of my music and tennis videos and all that. Today I want to talk about self-defense. Self-defense in any situation, all possible situations. So I have studied every form of martial arts for 50 years. I'm certified in Shotokan Japanese karate and Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee, Kung Fu. But all this dojo, all the martial arts, they're not really going to always help you so much on the street in self-defense. So there are many self-defense videos for on the street. The first one that I saw talked about deception, distraction, disruption, and destruction. So what that means is if you're being accosted on the street, you go out the door, you're in the yellow zone, you're in caution mode, always. Then when somebody becomes aggressive, somebody emotionally hijacked, for example, some guy maybe did some drugs, got high, first thing is the person approaches you too close, you just say, "What do you want?" in a loud voice, take command of the situation, and try to, if you have all your escape routes planned, last resort is to actually fight. And you get legal problems, for one thing. There's a famous martial arts guy who used to let the kids beat on him just to avoid the legal problems, which can be worse than maybe the little beating you might get. But anyhow, you can just avoid the situation. Let your radar work. Never get in that situation where you're in a corner. Go into a club in a strange, a bad area in the middle of the night, obviously is not the wisest move to stay safe. You don't need to. You can do it at home, everything at home. Anyhow, so that was one method. So the deception they was talking about, like I start talking nice or whatever, and if somebody's trying to start a fight, and then maybe I'll drop my wallet, and that's a distraction. And then if they're distracted, then I'm sure they're going to be attacking me. I want to be in first. So the voodoo defense is, this will defend against Muay Thai. You bring your feet up like this, the knee up like that, keep your elbows up, and you can block the kicks and the punches like this. And from here, you can just step in real fast, do the elbow, step in with the right foot inside the side, up right inside them, and you can be blocking any punch with the other hand as you do that, like that. So actually, that's a Muay Thai thing too. Muay Thai, they start out in this position close to it. They keep the open hand. You can break your hands, so you use open hands. So another move from that position is, I'm here like in a combat position. I'm starting my face, my front, the center line. I can do the hand strike and then slide in and give a groin kick, stomp down with that foot on the foot, and then follow through like a twisting in, the palm strike, the solar plexus, lifting up, maybe jumping up and hitting a palm strike to the chin. But you gotta remember, if you hurt somebody badly, there's legal problems. So that's why you need to be ready to try to run, avoid any situation. Just respect the first line of self-defense. Just, you don't have to be in that situation. It can happen, right? So we get these crazies sometimes, see in the news. So you need just to be prepared. So I'll try to share what I learned in the Army and every style of martial arts. Hapkido, Taekwondo in Korea, I did Kung Fu in China, I did karate in Japan. As an English teacher, I'm a retired professor. I was an English teacher in Asia 17 years. I was in the Army, on a championship wrestling team, boxing. I saw all aspects of that. But all of it doesn't add up to that much on the street. So some of the tricks I saw from the actual, and I myself have put myself as a young man in the wrong place and then robbed and assaulted. If I didn't know all this stuff, but now I'm learning some, just planning ahead. Put a pocket full of sand, or put a little plastic bag with sand in it. Have that in your pocket. Have a little mouthpiece to protect your teeth. You go out. Somebody tries something, you have a hand sand to throw in the eyes and make your escape. Of course, you could have the pepper spray. Where I am in Thailand, it's not legal for foreigners to have weapons. So, but the pepper spray is a good one. The cell phone stun gun, and actually, there's one something I got from Korea called Hwarung Saw. This would be legal in most places. Just a little stick on a hard stick on a spring, and you can do serious break bones with this. It's like I put it in my tambourine, so it looks like a tambourine stick, so it looks legal in my tambourine bag. You can put this in your pocket also, and there's different ways to use it. I mean, you can. There's a tape Hwarung Saw, the HWARENGSOL. You can get the DVD online, and he'll have a little workout, all the moves going over your head, and footwork, and different moves like this. Just fairly simple, and you can break bones with this. It's one option, but I never go out with this because then I figure I'll get in trouble. Only if I'm married, I don't have any reason to go out, so this is just for home self-defense for me. Somebody else is out clubbing that might consider it in their car. I don't know. One thing about self-defense also, one of my DVDs said, a guy with a knife. You read about it in England, these guys with the knife. So there's lots of self-defenses against knives. I mean, if you're a skilled martial arts, you got a chance. You still might get cut, but if you can hit the guy hard enough and won't get killed at least. But if the guy's got two knives like this, then he's some kind of pro or something, and you have to run because there's no way to get that guy according to the self-defense I saw. So on the Bruce Lee Jeet Kune Do, he does a lot of eskrima. So this is like you start in this position, then you kind of have a target, and you hit straight like this, one down, from like this, straight down, hit, strike again, hit. This is a eskrima thing you can use if you had two of these Hwarung Saws. But that's just one option. That's the formal martial arts. But for on the street, it's not going to be fair some of the time. I've heard some really crazy stuff and seen some really crazy stuff of guys, picking up a big rock or whatever. I mean, you get the idea on TV, anything goes. So you got one of our guys, civil self-defense guy, Matt Fury, F-U-R-E-Y. So a technique that's supposed to work against a lot of people, where you just kind of slide in, your hands on the ground, like a slide, and then you have 1 foot in front of the guy when you're on the ground if you're holding your hands, and 1 foot behind the guy's legs, 1 foot in front of the guy's legs, and you just scissors your legs, and you just take them down. Then you hit the elbows, and you do like the UFC elbows or whatever when he's on the ground. A lot of fights end up on the ground. So, just do some wrestling practice. You can learn about that. But if somebody has a gun, then that's the worst case scenario. If you're close enough and you're a skilled martial artist, you may have a chance of knocking it away. But it's not guaranteed. And so, if you can hit the guy hard enough and bump the weapon somewhat, at least you won't get a mortal wound. You won't get killed. You might get wounded. So that's the thing is they want your wallet, give them the wallet. That's it. They got a gun. It's the worst case scenario, and you want to do everything to stay out of that. One military technique I saw once was you have a gun trained on your pistol, and then you dive to your right, to his left, and it's harder to jerk the pistol over across his body. You shoot down, and some of the martial arts like Aikido, ninjutsu, or Hapkido, you're doing rolls, you're doing little somersaults into the guy. Unexpected things, or backwards, somersaults backwards. Unexpected things that you might be able to try. Rolling in like that. The guy has a gun on you, rolling into the right. Possibility, Then there's the staff fighting, because that's more dojo, that's martial arts. Chances are you wouldn't have access to that. But the bojutsu, but it's not a bad idea to practice at all. It helps your spirit. I mean, it's just good for your health. For men and women, to do this. And Jet Li never got in a fight in his life. He's one of the greatest martial artists that ever lived. So it's a different, and I'm talking about the bad situations where, you get to the bad area or whatever, just have bad luck, your car breaks down in a bad area, your phone's out, whatever, worst case scenario. So to be ready. So they're different. I'll go over the basic martial arts. I mean, as far as like this is self-defense, one CD just says like this. You got your hands up in front, one by your face, one here to protect. And from there, you do the palm strikes mainly because you can break your hand with using a fist. And you can do the elbow, or the elbow up. And you don't do one elbow, and you rotate your body, and you just do several elbows. And then you come in with the knee, into the groin, stomp down on the foot after the up and down on the foot, hit a chin low with the palm strike, and maybe come up with a Muay Thai kick. The Muay Thai guys, they practice the shin kicks all the time against bamboo, so their shins are all tough. They practice all their life, But anyhow, so that's some of the beginning self-defense stuff there. Sliding in. Bruce Lee always, in his Jeet Kune Do, he's always kicking the guy in the shin. So it's a kind of a shuffle. You kind of slide the back foot up, and you, at the same time, you kick sideways out. So it's like I slide my front foot up on a side stance like this. My right foot would come up to the middle here. At the same time, my left foot would kick out into the shin. Those high karate kicks you see, all the taekwondo and stuff, that was for kicking people off of horses. That doesn't have much practical application in self-defense or street fighting. Bruce Lee was always doing it in the shins. He could beat about anybody, but he was in fantastic shape and all that, but started at an early age. But you can throw variations. He always said use the imagination, 60%. But if you come in and do that side kick, that shuffle in, and back shuffle, you can spin around and do another, you can spin around and do another, follow it up with another right kick. That would be a little unexpected. You can even try it on the other side, this side. So I'm moving in with the shuffle side kick, I'm turning around and hitting the right side kick, following up after it. The unexpected is what you want to do, right? So one is like this. You're just in a self-defense position here, bent stance, knee bent stance, moving back and forth. I can hit like this, a little feint, do a snap kick to the groin, stomp down with that foot on the instep of the foot, his foot, and then follow through with this one, follow through with another kick, Muay Thai kick to the hamstring or the back of the leg. Variations like that. Okay. Ideally, if you had time to do Aikido, like Steven Seagal, he does Aikujitsu, but Aikido is the best because it's non-injury. It fits all the philosophies and religions. You don't, in theory, injure the opponent. So you don't have legal problems. And it's very fast if you've got spiritual aspects. So there you're defending your center line. Do something like this. Say the guy comes in and throws this. The basic first move you learn is guy comes in and throws a punch. You just step off back like this while grabbing the hand. And I come back around and grab his arm with both hands. I step through with a wrist lock, bringing him down to the ground. Something like that in Hapkido, the Korean kind of Aikido, where I'm going to shake hands, and instead of shaking hands, I turn my hand and grab his wrist, and I do a wrist lock like that. And so it's deception a little bit. Somebody's trying to give you a hard time about that. That's Hapkido. Okay, so idea is to kind of concentrate, though. You can imagine a laser beam from your third eye going to infinite. And then you go, yes, to your can-10, your center, 1.6 inches down from the navel, 3/10 of the way to the backbone. Your center, always keep your attention there for your balance, and then you have the energy flowing into the earth. You want to have your feet grounded, flowing into the energy coming from the center of the earth into your feet, into your body, planting you, giving you power and grounding for the strikes. So That's part of the Aikido theory also. Okay, so I'll show a little bit of the formal katas and karate and kung fu things. So the basic one, Aikido like that, and you do the swap down. You can step in like this and grab a big guy around the neck, try to wrestle down that way. If somebody he throws a punch, you move in and block that here, and then you get the hand around the neck, and then you got around under the arm and around the neck, and you roll down, and you can do heel kicks when he's down. That's for a bigger person. You can come in real fast, some fast movements, and then boom, a hard one to follow it up. So those are some of the basics as far as maybe you want to try sparring and doing the kata, the karate katas where you have freestyle. You can have different options like that. Okay, so on the karate, I'll just go through the basic forms, and you can get something from the katas, the formal movements that might apply to some street fighting situations. You have to practice so much. Most people don't really have the time. That's why the quick self-defense stuff on the DVD might be just as good. Like just bam. If you're older, especially, and you don't have the energy or will to fight, somebody's going to hurt you. You can just like this, a C cut strike in the throat, or like this, or just snap the fingers in the eye. Snap the fingers in the eye. But you don't want to do the knuckle jab like this. This is the 4-knuckle jab in the throat. I knew a guy that killed somebody doing that, a couple of muggers, and he got legal problems. So the worst kind. So you don't want to kill it. It's plus it's really bad trauma. So the worst kind. So you don't want to kill somebody with that. But you might be able to just stun them, knock their breath with the little C cup, strike in the throat, slap on the ears, eye strike, all the different quick ways to fight. Hold the person up, and then so you can run, make your exit, or discourage them from going any further if possible. Okay, so on the basic hand strikes, there's another one like this where you bunch the 3 fingers together. It's a kung fu one. You practice with the palm of your hand and do a little eye strike that way, or throat, the 3 fingers in the middle bunched together. And that's a little kung fu one too. Bruce Lee in the Eskrima taught this: rise, rise. So somebody punches at me, I'm lock here. So it's like boom, boom, lock, strike, rise, slap, hit, rise, boom, slap, hit. And you practice this against a partner. So rise, slap, hit, boom, boom, boom. So, boom, 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 boom. So, rise, slap, hit. So this one is like, boom, boom. I block this thing, I block the hit, come down, push the arm down, knock the arm back, hit the other side. When you practice with a partner, doing this to each other, start slow and go fast, and you get a little reflex going, get a little extra confidence, a little peripheral vision, confidence, that kind of thing. That's the beginning on the Kung Fu. Okay, the first thing in Kung Fu, well, I showed you the one, the slide, shuffle forward and slide kick, and then you can spin around and do side kick on the other side. That was a Bruce Lee standard thing. The actual Kung Fu beginning kata is kind of like hit down like this, snap out, turn back, do the block, do the side, 2-knuckle punch here, side, 2-knuckle side, so it's like that way, down, back, punch. When you go around in a circle, do the 4 sides, That's the first kata in Kung Fu. You can do the front kicks, the side sweep kicks, and the snapping out side kicks. So you don't need those big high kicks because they're not on a horse. And it's going to be more effective for a knee or a groin kick. Okay, so that's beginning on the Kung Fu katas. And you can do the block with the toe up by the knees and elbows up to block like Muay Thai for one thing. Okay, so that's the basic. The Kung Fu, the karate katas, they're Yan, Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Rundan. I'll show you those basic ones. They will show, come in like this with full fist, and you turn your fist over the last minute. I practice with open palm because I don't want to break my hands. I saw two black belts practicing, and they both came forward with a front punch like this. They hit punch to punch, and they broke each other's hands. And with black belt, that I can be that unsafe. How much more someone else? So I practice open strike all the time, and military use also. So hands shut on. Start off and start your business. Come down, block the kick, move in, forward stance with a strike, turn back, block the kick down, move forward, with a punch, block the kick, rise, block the club, turn sideways a little bit, block the club, turn around, turn around, straight, move, sword stance, peace, and shut on. Okay, hand, knee on. Like this, side kick, the side punch, sword stance, 1, 2, 3, peace. 1, 2, 3, peace. Block the kick, snap kick front, rear punch, in, drop the arms, front snap kick, do the punch, upper block, block here, block the other side, up. Hand sandan for closer range. And sandan, back, block, sword hand, spin around, side punch, tease, front punch, kick, drop the shoulder, hit, side kick, up the shoulder, punch, side kick, up the shoulder, punch, here, tease. Okay, that's high. And sandan, hand yondan, tease. Block front, side kick, side punch, elbow strike, side kick, side punch, elbow strike, hit, jump, here. On my bike, kick, punch, punch. On my bike, kick, punch, punch. Block the face, block the face, block the face. Grab the head, go down to the knee. That. Okay, so that's the hand yondan. It's very rough form. I'm just giving you a basic idea. It's supposed to be much more cleaner, they use the fist and very sharp. Takes a lot of practice, years. But those are some ideas you might work in some way or other. Anyhow, the idea I'm trying to give is to just defend yourself, use your mind, be peaceful, don't want to hurt anybody. It's self-defense. You can work it if you think ahead enough to never have to even be in that situation. Or if it does happen by bad luck, be prepared to cause yourself minimal legal damage. Aikido or some other technique, pepper spray, something to not do serious injury to somebody. There's a few rare cases, of course, when you get the mass shooter or something, where you might. But in almost every case, there's never been able to stop that for some reason. So that's something to a problem we need to work on, everybody, for the future. Okay, now to take it to another level, that's personal self-defense. And it's, you know, online, on YouTube, there's so much stuff. I mean, I would also suggest Qi Kung. Qi Kung, the yin style, to develop inner calm and let your kidneys get healthy, especially when you get older. The Qi Kung is on, the yin style is on YouTube. And many of these things can be found there on YouTube. Okay, well, I want to take it up another level, kind of like, for example, what happens if it was like you were at a pro-choice demonstration or anti-war demonstration, and a bunch of neo-Nazis or white supremacists were attacking in big groups. Well, the basic technique is for group self-defense is you have maybe like ideally a 20-man unit. So you have 5 people you surround a square, 5 people on each side of the square. One side fakes a retreat, and when the Nazis or the neo-Nazis attack, the other side's close in and from the rear and can defeat them. So this can be done on a mass scale also, to talking about mass self-defense, in case of a white supremacist, attempt some kind of mass genocide, whatever, the kind of stuff they've done historically. So that's another level that you can consider what you would be able to do to help others and yourself out of those worst case situations. Okay, I hope everything is peaceful and beautiful and infinitely happy in everybody's life forever. And this little glitches we get in this world are always temporary. So just be at peace, but be ready for anything, expect nothing, or expect the best, share the spirit. You are as good as anybody. So defend that. Thank you. Goodbye. Be good. Be safe. Be happy. And we'll all